How's up, everybody? It's your boy Jay. I'm new here to YouTube. This is gonna be my first video. So what we're gonna do here is for this segment we're gonna watch some news, some local events, some stuff that maybe I think should be touched up on. For all the people that can't, don't have time to see the news, have time to be looking on their phone all day and stuff. I'm gonna fill you guys in, all right? So not too bad, not too bad. So our first topic of the day is gonna be this. Yeah, we'll just go into it. Let's go into.
News Now exclusive. Two former high school football stars now making headlines at the college level have settled a civil lawsuit accusing them of sexual assault.
Court records show the incident happened on the campus of St. Louis School. Chief investigative reporter Lynn Kawano breaks down the case, but first a warning, some may find the details upsetting.
The girl was 16 years old when she says the rapes happened. The court filing names her, but we will not, as part of a practice that we don't reveal the identities of sex assault victims. October 27, 2018. The St. Louis Crusaders beat Punahou for the ILH title at Aloha Stadium. Leading the offense, quarterback Jayden de Laura. On defense, making big plays was Kamoi Latu. But it was off the field that night that the boys' actions became criminal, according to a civil lawsuit that was first filed in December 2021. The most recent complaint, filed Tuesday, describes what the victims said happened after the game. According to the court records, the girl was an acquaintance of Jayden de Laura. She went to Aloha Stadium with her mom and a friend and brought lei. They were told that supporters would have to drive to St. Louis School after the game to present the lei. They did, but before leaving St. Louis School, the complaint continues. Suddenly, the girl received a text message from de Laura demanding to know where she was and summoning her back to the second floor stairwell. He said he needed to talk to her, so she went to the stairwell while the others waited in the car. The court records say de Laura demanded the girl engage in sex with both players simultaneously, immediately, which she refused. The document graphically details what the girl told police. The boys physically overpowered her, were forcing her, holding her head, pushing it down as she was sobbing uncontrollably with fear. The records also say de Laura was choking her to gain her cooperation. After it was all over, the victim walked back to the car. The documents continue, saying text messages she turned over to police show de Laura admitted that he and Latu had sexually assaulted her and eventually apologized. The criminal case was handled in juvenile court. According to the civil complaint, the boys were charged with and eventually pleaded guilty to sex assault too. No date is listed in the document, which says neither received any jail time.
Of course.
The lawsuit against both boys, their families, and the school cites assault, false imprisonment, and negligence.
It's down inside the 10 or on the 6-yard line.
Jayden de Laura is the starting quarterback for the University of Arizona. It's believed he's made hundreds of thousands of dollars through the name, image, and likeness policy. His attorney did not return my calls for comment. Kamoi Latu is a starting safety for the University of Wisconsin. Both boys and their families recently agreed to settle the civil case, nearly 5 years after the assault. The settlement amount is not being revealed because of a non-disclosure agreement. Latu's attorney is Michael Green.
In my view, this case was better not to be tried, not because I was afraid for my client. I mean, he's in college and he's doing well at Wisconsin. So I thought for closure for him, some closure certainly for this young woman. We just wanted my client to go on with his life, let her go on with her life.
Green says the settlement is not an admission of guilt. He would not comment on the juvenile criminal case.
Fucking guilty. Stop it. Fucked up. That poor girl, bro. Those guys should be in jail. All right, but on to our second topic of the week that I saw that I think everybody should know about. Everybody pay attention, you know what I'm saying?
Thanks, Guy. We start this morning with a stranger danger warning for parents and students on the windward side of Oahu. Police are searching for a man accused of trying to lure a young girl into a car near He'eia Elementary School in Kaneohe. The school says that a parent reported seeing the incident on Alaloa Street around 7:45 a.m. What that parent did was they intervened and the man drove off. And if you have any tips, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers. Now, a letter was then sent to parents and guardians alerting them to that situation and reminding them of some safety precautions to discuss with their kids. Now, those include staying at least an arm's length away from strangers, never accepting a ride from one. If a stranger does try to grab a child, yell for help and do whatever it takes to stop the stranger. Use a buddy system and avoid walking alone. Be alert to your surroundings. Report suspicious activity. We'll continue to track this concerning situation, and any developments we get, we'll bring it to you live right here on Hawaii News Now. These
I'm recording this after the fact. This is the picture of the guy that they're looking for. So if this guy looks like your uncle, you better go ask him. You know what I'm saying? Gotta check your uncles. All right, this is gonna be the last video we go over. I know this has been an issue for a while now. Everybody's here about the Red Hill spill and like fuels being spilled into like the water and this craziness. But they're explaining some stuff, I guess. So we'll dig into it. Let's see how it goes.
The 29 November 2022 AFFF mishap inadvertently discharged approximately 1,300 gallons of AFFF concentrate, a concentrate that includes pre-polyfluorinated alkyl substance commonly referred to as PFAS. This mishap raised valid safety concerns as the Department of Defense prepares for and then executes defueling and then sets up for the ultimate closure of the Red Hill facility. And it also further eroded public trust in the aftermath of the 2021 fuel spill and water crisis. This mishap was preventable. I've already said this, and it needs to be said again to the people of Hawaii, that on behalf of the Department of Defense, I'm truly sorry.
Sorry ain't enough, my boy.
But I do want to be very clear, before I go into details, that the AFFF release was contained, cleaned up, and long-term environmental remediation and testing is ongoing in full coordination with the Hawaii Department of Health, or the DOH, and the Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA, in accordance with federal and state law. This mishap occurred while facility maintenance was being conducted by contractors hired by the United States Navy.
The guy who fucked that up.
Although JTF Red Hill was not involved with or responsible for this maintenance, given the gravity of the situation and the context of the 2021 spill and water crisis, I took ownership of this issue. Admiral Aquilino and I believed, Admiral Aquilino, my boss, Commander U.S. Indo-Pacific Command, believed that it was what the community and our elected officials expected, and quite honestly and frankly, it's the right thing to do.
No shit. You were just gonna leave it?
I directed an immediate investigation to determine what caused the AFFF release and to cull lessons learned to apply to defueling, and perhaps based on the findings to apply them more broadly. Major General Richard Heitkamp, then the Deputy Commander of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers headquartered in Washington, D.C., led the investigation. I thought it was important to bring someone from off-island to get an objective assessment. He brought with him experts, engineers in fuel systems and fire suppression systems. It was important that they had no involvement with Red Hill prior to the investigation. And the investigation is now complete, and it has been released to the public, and so too has video footage that captured the AFFF concentrate seeping under tunnel doors at Adit 6, and I'll show you a picture here in a moment, along with response activities at the tunnel entrance. So, ladies and gentlemen, this issue is complex, and I want to provide you with a thorough account of all the pertinent information. So I'm going to apologize up front, but in order to do so, my comments are going to be a bit longer than what you would typically see in a press conference. But you and the public deserve the complete picture, and I hope you understand. The agenda I'm going to follow is listed on the poster board here to my left, so you can keep track of where we are and where we're going in my comments. And as Commander Melendez stated up front, please hold your questions. I'll take your questions at the end. I'll make sure there's enough time to answer them. Okay, so here's the executive summary, the findings from the AFFF mishap investigation. The investigation found that there were two contributing factors that caused the mishap. First, a maintenance contractor hired by the Navy improperly installed an air vacuum valve during a temporary modification to the AFFF fire suppression system supporting the underground storage tanks at the Red Hill facility in April of 2022. And second, employees from that same company failed to disable, or in engineering terms, lock out the AFFF pumps from automatically starting prior to running tests on the fire suppression system on 29 November 2022.
So what he's saying, right? Let me break that down for you because these guys don't speak fucking, I don't know. He's making it seem all kinds of crazy. Apparently, they hired some contractor, which could be anybody. Anybody who's in, I guess, fuel, what is it, HVAC? The fuel HVAC? I don't know, fuck. I know nothing about all that stuff, you know. I'm not even going to get into it. But what it sounds like is he's saying that they hired some Smo Joe. He didn't install that shit correctly. Instead of being able to test it, because usually the military wants to test shit, make sure it's working how it's supposed to before they use it. But before it got tested, the automatic system just started that bad boy up, and then it started just leaking. Damn, fucking sucks to be that guy, right? Yeah. And we're gonna get big in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and that's all the topics that I think that a couple of big points from this week. Hope everybody enjoyed your week. Some things during the week on let's see here. Starting on Monday, there's gonna be a new art exhibit at the Hawaii State Museum of Art. So if you're into art, do that. You know what I'm saying? Paw Patrol Live this weekend. Paw Patrol Live will be live. So if you wanna like take the kids out or whatnot, you know what I'm saying, support, I guess. And then next week Saturday there's gonna be a Pineapple 10K run, sponsored by Dole Plantation, or made by Dole Plantation. One of the two. Alrighties. Shoots everybody. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Aloha.